Hey everyone, this is Michael. Welcome to our inaugural podcast. I am here live in Algorithm Media Studios in Orlando, Florida. Happy to be here with you guys. And of course, next to me is my producer, Sam Wise. Sam, you want to say hi? Thank you. Appreciate it. In the background. We'll get you a mic next time. Guys, we just want to talk about a couple things here. It's not going to be a long podcast. It's going to be real short and sweet. But we just want to test out some of the new stuff that Algorithm has here in studio. And wanted to check out their sound equipment, video equipment, their new podcasting office, their podcasting studio, I should say. Looks amazing and sounds amazing. Hopefully you guys are getting the same feel that I am listening to me live as well. If just for housekeeping purposes, if you're not following me on Facebook, you can find me at Give Mike a Mic. In case you're confused about how that's spelled, it's Give Mike, M-I-K-E, a Mic, M-I-C, no K. So just give Mike a mic. That's all I'm saying. Also on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, YouTube as well somewhere. I don't know my YouTube, but hopefully it'll be on there soon. But just want to come on here and talk about a couple things. First of all, the show itself. If you don't know what the show is about, you're going to find out very quickly. First and foremost, it's going to be a lot of nerdy stuff that we're going to talk about. Not too nerdy, but nerdy enough to where you might be interested. And if you're not, then have your boyfriend listen to this or something. I don't know. Or another nerdy friend you have. Sam, how many nerdy friends do you have?
Just you.
Just me. Okay. Well, that's fun. So, yeah, anyways, our podcast, we got a couple things that we're going to be talking about on the regular. I'm not sure if I'm going to focus a lot on movie reviews because I kind of want my own show with like Sam and other people to do that. But I do want to do a few bad movie reviews. There's a lot of Van Damme movies that I want to talk about. I want to talk about video games. I want to talk about travel because that's beautiful. Traveling is a beautiful thing. With the people that you love. There's this one thing I want to do. I'm going to save it for later, but it has to do with music videos. And it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to do that with you guys. We're going to have a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about here on Give Mike a Mic, so it'll be exciting. But today, I just want to come on and talk about two things. One happened yesterday, Tuesday, at 8 a.m., and that was the Avengers Endgame ticket sales. So I've been following this story for a very long time. I think every week I go on the internet. Like I hope everybody does. I feel like everybody does that every week. Like, I go on the internet. Yeah, well, I went on the internet for a specific reason, which was to find Avengers Endgame tickets, when they're going to go on sale, what time they're going to go on sale, exactly where they're going to go on sale. So finally, 8 a.m., tickets go on sale. Normally, this is a normal, hassle-free process. I don't know if you guys remember Infinity War when that came out. Those tickets came out. It's pretty easy to get them. You know, everybody was still excited for it, but I don't remember what happened yesterday happening last year. So my personal story: I was on an airplane, actually from Miami to Orlando, waiting for these tickets to go on sale, and at 8 a.m. I went ahead and I saw that the tickets did go on sale, and I was on the airplane. I purchased Wi-Fi on the airplane for my first time in my life. Even though I'm a flight attendant, I went ahead and purchased the Wi-Fi because I really wanted these tickets. I wanted to make sure they don't sell out. So I'm a AMC A-list member, and Sam, you're an A-list member as well, right? And did you get your tickets through A-list eventually? Okay. And when did you buy your tickets? Yesterday or today? Yesterday. At what time did you buy your tickets? So what, afternoon? After 2 p.m.? Afternoon? Okay. Now, did you do it? No. How did you do that? On the app. The app worked for you after 12 p.m. Were you online on Fandango or on AMC? On AMC. Okay. So let me tell you about my experience here. So I just want to ask you. That's all. Because you're here. I don't want you to feel not want it. So I'm just here. Anyways, so I'm on the airplane. I get the Wi-Fi. Buy the Wi-Fi. I put up the AMC app to purchase my ticket at 8 a.m. It's not working. I'm like, okay, I expected this. I feel like there's a lot of people that are buying tickets right now. So then I go to the AMC website on my phone to double check, and I was like, oh, okay, well, the website's running really slow, which I expected as well, which is fine. So as soon as I got off the plane, because that was a very short flight, I was literally online for about 15 minutes because that flight was a 30-minute flight. So got to the airport. As soon as I got off the plane, went straight to a seat, put on my laptop, and I went to the AMC app on the AMC website. Was still down, was still shut down. Okay. The app was still not working. Okay. So at that point, I'm just upset. I'm crying. Not crying, but I was upset. I was just upset. I was like, just sitting in the airport. Little kids were running around me. And I'm like, don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Don't kick my bag. I'm literally going to snap my fingers and you're going to be gone from this airport. I'm going to throw you inside of a jet engine if you don't leave me alone. So these kids were looking at me like I was a crazy person, which I probably was. I was trying to get my tickets. So I bought my tickets through Regal, through Point Orlando, IMAX, a true IMAX screen. I got it for Friday morning at 11 a.m. Next thing I know, I find out, I forget actually, that my sister's graduation is Friday morning at 9 a.m. in Jacksonville. So not even in Orlando, it's in Jacksonville. So I had to be up in Jacksonville for her graduation. So I immediately cancel my tickets and go back home. Granted, this was like 9:30, 9:45. I'm back home and go on the AMC app again. Still not working. AMC website, still not working. So of course, the next thing you do is open up Twitter. And Twitter is going crazy at AMC. I don't know if you saw any of these tweets, but they were roasting AMC a new butthole, basically. They were yelling at him. They're like, I pay A-list. I pay $20 a month and I can't get Endgame tickets. Wah! Wah! Like, people were going nuts, losing their minds. Like, memes everywhere. It was like a Fyre Fest thing of movies, basically. It was a Fyre Fest of movies. So I went to Fandango and they had an hour plus wait. Then if you went on Fandango to wait for AMC, like the AMC Theaters, the line was paused. Like they had a queue line and it was paused. It wasn't moving at all. So I'm there and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to, everything's sold out Thursday night. And the reason this is important Thursday night is because all of my friends are also nerdy and people are dumb and don't know how to keep their mouth shut on Facebook, on social media. So all they do is just let things slip. Like, oh my God, did you see Spider-Man? He went into Thanos' butthole and webbed it up, and now we can't get out. And he snapped his finger again, and 50% of the population came back. Like, they just spoil it for everybody. So I need to make sure that doesn't happen. So that's why I was like, okay, Friday morning, 11 a.m. I'm gonna sleep all day from Thursday at 5 p.m. all the way till I go to the movie theater, not turn my phone on, anything, nothing. That was my plan. But then that turned out incorrect. Anyways, Regal ended up opening a new IMAX showtime. They added a showtime. So they had a 6 p.m. that was sold out. They had a 10:30 IMAX 3D, which I didn't want to see it in 3D in IMAX at 10:30 at night because it'll probably get me dizzy. I'm like, nah. Then they added a 2 a.m. showtime for Thursday. So I ended up buying tickets for that showtime at 2 a.m. on Thursday. And then my brother did the same thing. So what we're going to do is go straight from the movie theater when we get out at 5 a.m., 5:30, drive up to Jacksonville for that graduation at 9 a.m. and all will be well. So I bought these tickets again through Regal at like 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. maybe 11 a.m. whenever they opened up that 2 a.m. show. Granted, AMC's app and website are still down. People are in line from 8 a.m. till what's 6 hours from that? 1400. So 2 p.m. trying to get tickets. Finally, at 3 p.m., they start opening up tickets again. And of course, everything's sold out because they crashed the website. Now, within that 6 hours, Avengers Endgame had one of the biggest day ones of any theatrical pre-release title ever. So within just 6 hours, Fandango ticket sales knocked out Star Wars The Force Awakens to claim the top spot for day one ticket sales. Not only did they break records for ticket sales, but also Fandango confirmed that Tuesday was also the site's best sales day ever in over 19 years of business. Ticket sales surpassed even the biggest movie-going days during the Christmas holidays in the US and also 12 Latin American countries. So it was the biggest pre-sale ever. The many people were very confused about what was going on with those ticket sales, though, because Avengers Endgame tickets, of course, trended number one on Twitter, thanks in large part to everybody complaining about the technical issues with Fandango and AMC. It was terrible. Tickets, of course, and I popped this up on Facebook. I know you saw it. Where I was like, just watch. These tickets are going to go on eBay. People are going to be scalping tickets. This is going to be the first movie you're going to scalp. So, just like clockwork, immediately after, those tickets were sold out. And some were sold out. They started popping up on eBay, with some going for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. I think last time I checked, there was one listing for $10,000 for opening night 6 p.m. tickets for Avengers Endgame. If the movie is that important to you, you probably need to reevaluate your life decisions. And if you have $10,000 to spend on an Avengers ticket, I don't know. Either you're too rich for your own good, and you probably need to lose that money. Robin Hood needs to come to your house and steal it from you, and then murder you, and steal your Avengers Endgame ticket at the same time. But it was crazy. It was insane. So what you got yours for what day, Sam? Oh, okay. Was it like Saturday or Sunday? Oh, was during the week? Oh wow. So it was an open weekend for you. Jeez, I'm telling you, man. It was crazy. So I got tickets for Thursday night and then also a Sunday matinee. I'm gonna watch it too, but that's on AMC. Like that's an AMC. It finally worked, and I was like, just give me whatever ticket you guys have. Huh? No, IMAX 3D. Which even though I complained about it, I was like, I'm gonna watch it. And then the next time I see it, which will be my third time, it will be in Dolby. So I gotta figure it out. What day? Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't tell me that. Let me know what day, and then I'll maybe tag along if there's tickets still available. We'll probably see. We'll probably see. Correct for my third time. All right. Next thing I want to talk about, and last thing, is what I just saw maybe a few minutes before I recorded this, was the Joker trailer that just released. So I was meaning to watch it because a lot of people put it on Facebook. They did put it on Facebook, and I saw it on, I think AMC posted it as well. I saw it earlier today, the post on the actual trailer dropping. I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm going to see it eventually. So next thing I know is my producer is watching it on his phone. I'm like, oh, what are you watching? And then it was the Joker trailer. I have to say that I did have low to medium expectations going into this movie because it is what it is. They have, I think Oliver Stone is doing this movie, and I don't know who's doing this movie. Anyway, someone's doing this movie big time, Hollywood. And also, I was one of the few that kind of enjoyed, what's his name? Jared Leto. Yes. Yeah. Jared Leto. So I was one of the few that actually kind of enjoyed Jared Leto's portrayal of Joker in Suicide Squad, and I wanted a little bit more of that. But we didn't get it. He's joining Marvel now as Morbius in the Morbius movie. Morbius is, of course, one of the characters from Spider-Man who's getting his own movie. This one that's coming out is just a separate Joker movie. It kind of feels a little bit more like a Joker that would be in line with like Gotham, like the TV show almost. I say a little bit more than Jared Leto's Joker. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah. something like that. It's very interesting because that trailer didn't show too much. It showed Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker in this one, and it showed his showing like humble beginnings basically. And I think this is set in the 70s or 80s. Something. I think it's the 70s. That kid behind the gate, yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. There's a kid behind the gate, and the Joker tries to put a smile on his face with his fingers, and it could possibly be Bruce Wayne or just a kid. Who knows? But anyways, the trailer, if you haven't seen it, definitely go out to see it because it was interesting. I actually can see this becoming a pretty good movie. I really think I like Joaquin Phoenix, to be honest. He's a great actor. And I think, like I said, I think Oliver Stone or someone big is definitely directing Joker, the movie. So that's something I also have to look up. But I know with that, with him in it, the casting looks pretty good. They haven't showed too much. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Oliver Stone. Todd Phillips, which is interesting because most of his writing and directing are comedic movies, which include Road Trip, Old School, Starsky and Hutch, all the Hangovers. That's what he was really famous for. All three of the Hangover movies. Due Date and War Dogs. So he hasn't really done much of a serious film. So this will be interesting to see how his portrayal of the Joker will come out. So this is the first in a series of DC-based films. You were right. DC-based films that are separate from the DC Extended Universe. So the DCEU, that they call it. So this is going to be the first of a series of those type of movies. So I'm very interested to see what else they come out with at this point.
They need to do things like that.
They do, because even the best Batman trilogy that's ever come out, the Dark Knight trilogy, is separate from this DCEU and needs to be kept separate. But I wish that they had continued in that same vein, with not necessarily Batman, but other characters in the DC movie universe. Man of Steel, when that came out after The Dark Knight, it had potential. Okay, and I also wish that they had made Man of Steel 2 immediately after maybe Man of Steel, instead of going into Wonder Woman and Batman vs Superman was after that, and it was just too much. It was way too much. So I think that's kind of where they dropped the ball. So we'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. Joker, the new Joker movie, is scheduled to be released October 4th, 2019. So very close, just a few months away. Like I said, it is directed by Todd Phillips, who did famously the Hangover trilogy. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in this type of movie genre. It's going to be considered more like a psychological thriller, from what they say. Also in this movie, besides Joaquin Phoenix, you also have Robert De Niro is in this movie. He's actually playing, I think, Bruce Wayne's father. I forgot his name in the comics. Thomas Wayne, yeah. And basically the Joker follows the Killing Joke. Killing Joke, yes. So I didn't even agree with that when that happened. Like, I felt like Joker was also like always a nameless entity. So this one, it is set in 1980s, 1981. So Joker follows Arthur Fleck. He's a failed stand-up comedian. I can feel for that one. That's I haven't failed yet, but that's a fear of mine, to fail. A fear of failure. So he's a failed stand-up comedian who's driven to insanity, I guess, insane stuff, and turns to a life of crime and chaos in Gotham, of course. But that's the next big movie, I would say, that's coming out for DC. Right? Am I correct? Or is there another one that's coming out for the DC universe? No? There's just a lot of talks. There's a lot of stuff. They're firing people and hiring people. They got rid of Batman, Batfleck, and Superman. Man, that's sad. That's sad, man. So we'll see. Shazam, I'm sorry. There is one that is it coming out, or is it going to come out? Today's April 3rd. It is out tomorrow evening. Shazam. So go see that one. That'll be a winner right there. I don't think the AMC website crashed because of Shazam. I'll tell you that much.
I think the whole
Uh,
I think with Shazam.
yeah,
to be honest with you,
Shazam.
I think they're making it too funny. Because like if
It's a
you look at the
little,
trailer,
it's
he's like
it's way
Shazam
too lighthearted, I feel like.
for that character.
But I think DC is trying. It's like a reversal of roles right now, because Marvel started off very light, and that was a whole joke between comic book fans that were DC or Marvel. Mostly DC fans were like, Marvel's just too lighthearted, too many jokes, too many blah blah blah. Like, we like the dark and gritty DC universe, but DC was very dark. Like, it was a little too dark sometimes. Like, even with Batman vs Superman, there was like, I don't remember laughing once, or I can't remember. Then they went to Suicide Squad, which is still dark, but they tried to sprinkle some comedic elements in it, and it didn't work. Still dark. And then they came with Wonder Woman, not so dark, but still serious, and still had a dark villain in it too. Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad, Justice League, also dark-ish, except it had Flash and Aquaman. It kind of, Flash was a comedic element in it, yes. But the actor who was playing Flash has requested to DC that he wants to continue with the Flash, but wants to be involved in the writing process and producing process, I think, to make it a darker Flash. Like, we need more dark Flash stuff going on. No, his story doesn't have to be dark. I think the DC TV universe did a really good job at capturing a lot of the comedy, but also a lot of the serious moments. I don't know. They just shouldn't have done it. If they're trying to compete with the Marvel thing, and Marvel right now has done the reverse, where they're getting a little bit darker when it came to Infinity War. And then even this one looks pretty serious, Endgame. But yeah, besides that, it's gonna be interesting to see how these movies play out this year.
I think
Joker, I think, is gonna be a good one, but like I said, it's separate from the DC extended universe, so it's not gonna have any of your cameos from shirtless Jason Momoa. It's not gonna have cameos from a Wonder Woman or a new Batman or a new Superman. It's gonna be its own separate entity. So just get ready for that. So yeah, there we go. No shirtless Jason Momoa. I'm okay with that, because apparently that was the only enjoyable thing in Aquaman, from what I've heard and what I've read. So that's it. All right, guys. Well, this was our first inaugural podcast. Very short, but very sweet as well. Next time, I may think about giving Sam a mic, but I have my mic, so I'm happy. Once again, if you're not following me on Facebook, go ahead and give us a Facebook share or like. Is that what they're doing on Facebook nowadays? Liking? Give me a like, I guess. Give Mike a like. I like that too. That's a good tagline. Give Mike a mic and give Mike a like. So give Mike a like on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and also wherever your podcasts are available and streaming. If you're looking for shows like this, or maybe even better than this, make sure that you check out algorithmmediagroup.com, where you'll find plenty of content and shows, including one Locura radio show that I am also a co-host on with a few other people, including my producer Sam and Val, who is a dating coach. So we do a couple different things on there, and many more shows to come very soon. So thanks for listening and enjoy. Wait, that's a Sam thing. I can't even say that. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you later. I'll see you when I see you, Jobin. Yeah, I don't know. Jobin. It's like I love you, man, where he just says like the most awkward things to end conversations on the phone with him. Oh my god. All right. Well, that's the end of it.
Bye.
Bye.